On a speeding truck, the man was being escorted to the execution ground. He felt a bulge on the carriage, took out a coin from his shoe, inserted it into the groove and started to turn it. His companion was keeping an eye on the guard in the driver's cab. Just as the guard turned around to check, they immediately lay down. When the danger was averted, the man sat up again and continued to turn the coin to loosen the screw. One screw was loosened. The man passed the coin to his companion, who used the same method to loosen the screw on the other side. They pulled out the bolt and knocked open the carriage baffle. The guard still didn't notice anything amiss. They put their feet against the driver's cab and gave a hard kick. The carriage began to move backward. When they turned their heads and saw the road rapidly receding, they were frightened. But in order to survive, they could only keep moving the carriage backward. Finally, the carriage fell off and slid forward rapidly on the road. While the guard, still unaware of anything wrong and continued driving, the carriage finally stopped. They slowly sat up, only to find that the handcuffs couldn't be opened. They could only drag the carriage and make their way through the desert. The weight of the carriage exhausted their strength. The extremely water-scarce environment in the desert made them on the verge of collapse. Suddenly, the man slipped and they fell down the hillside. The carriage slid faster and faster and finally overturned in the desert. Fortunately, they landed safely on the sand. They walked in the desert for 2 days. Suddenly, they discovered a World War II-era plane. Looking at the tools scattered on the ground, the man had a good idea. They transformed the abandoned plane into a sailboat and glided in the desert. They tried hard to control the direction, but when they were about to escape from the desert, a helicopter suddenly flew overhead. It was the guard chasing them around in the helicopter. They quickly fled and hid in a cave. The sight in the cave amazed them. It turned out to be a World War II-era ammunition depot. They discovered a cannon, but couldn't move it. The companion ran out quickly. He raised the gunstock and struck the iron chain. They pulled the chain simultaneously from the outside and the inside, and finally made an opening. They pushed a cannon to the entrance of the hole, loaded a shell, and the man pulled the fuse. When the enemy got close, he fired the cannon. The helicopter was hit and exploded. However, they found that a large column of tanks was coming towards them.